Hercules.
Well, so that's kind of it, really. Top Gun 3 is in the works at Paramount. That is the news. Initial thoughts, guys?
With I think Paramount's like, oh no, hey Tom, before you leave to go to Warner Brothers.
Well, it's not an exclusive deal at Warner Brothers. He can still do
No, I
it.
know.
But... So
maybe that's a sign where Paramount's going to wind up.
There you go, Tom. Tom's thinking the way I'm thinking.
Well, that is the other thing, isn't it? Paramount is probably going to be bought by Warner Brothers anyway. So
yeah, because Skydance made a cash offer, and we ain't heard shit since. And I heard it was quite low because they don't have the money to buy Paramount. As in shit position that Paramount is right now, it's still worth close to $10 billion, and Skydance is only worth half that. So
yeah, but all little Ellison has to do is walk over to Dad Ellison and say, "Can I have some of your billions, please?"
Look, Sherry Redstone has said that she is ready to sell to the first person who has the best deal. She ain't made a deal yet. Skydance has been very, very, very public about wanting this company. Warner Brothers just stayed very quiet. But look at what we've had happen here. We've had Tom Cruise jump ship. Yes, it's not an exclusive deal. But what he has done now is moved his office from Paramount to Warner Brothers. And remember, what was it, 6-7 months ago when The Flash came out? He said it was the best movie he ever saw.
Yeah,
I think Zaslav's been whining and dining Tom Cruise for a while.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Now, I don't know about the merger thing yet. We'll have to wait and see how that rolls out. There could be that could take years. But yeah, I think this was a desperate move on Paramount's part, maybe Tom Cruise's part because of the way Mission Impossible played out. I know him and Paramount weren't getting along really well after Mission Impossible 2. They actually had to go to court over the second part that's being made right now. So we'll have to see where this goes. I think it's kind of a bad idea. I'm more in line with the Paramount president who, right after the second movie came out and was such a huge success, everybody kept asking him, well, what about Top Gun 3? What about Top Gun 3? His answer was, ask me again in 30 years.
Yeah, okay.
Because at this point, I'm not so sure where you go with this. Now, if you're going to do a spin-off with some of the younger cast, maybe like Miles Teller,
yeah,
I could see that as a TV series. But where's Maverick going to go? Fucking space?
Oh, he runs Top Gun.
Well, Top Gun, they even make that point in the second film, is that Top Gun's on its way out. That is the last class.
No, right? Except they proved the need for it in this.
They did prove-ish to a point, but let's be fucking real. In real world, that's not the way it's going to work. It's all going to be drones in the next 10 years. We all know this. So unless that's what the movie's about, I don't know. And even that, is that really something you want to see? Because I think Top Gun 2 was lightning in a bottle that they'll never capture again. Now, I'll give Tom the excuse that they dropped Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 in a really bad spot.
Yep.
Very bad spot. It was in between all the Barbenheimer business, and it also lost a lot of its audience to Sound of Freedom. That being said, I also wonder if people were a little played out on just the big, huge, loud blockbuster type movies that we've gotten over the years. And Mission Impossible, love them or hate them, they're kind of cookie cutter, right? We've all seen them all, and plenty of people have pointed out, well, I've already seen the big stunt in the trailer. I can just wait for video.
Oh, they do that.
Some people, and some people have said, well, maybe it's because it was a part 1. I don't think that was the problem so much, because plenty of other people have gone seen other movies before when they know it was a part 1 and a part 2 in the past. That being said, I just don't know. It smells of desperation to me. That's the problem, which means they'll probably rush a script. And to me, one of the reasons why Top Gun 2 probably was so good is because that sucker had time to cook. Not only did that sucker have time to cook, it was like in a crock pot for years. Tom Cruise was trying to get it off the ground. And it just took the right director at the right time with everything coming together. And then all of a sudden COVID hit. They couldn't drop the movie. And I still wonder if it would have done as good had they dropped it sooner or later than they had. I wonder if the timing of that, again, was part of it as well. You had people who were looking to get out of their house. Top Gun is one of the most iconic films of the 80s. I mean, when I think of the 80s, one of the first images that comes to my mind is Tom Cruise with his thumbs up with the American flag behind him. Right? I mean, it's one of the most iconic images of the 80s. So like to me, it was just all timing. Because it was weird because just before it, Ghostbusters came out and didn't do as well. So I don't know if it was nostalgia so much as just, like I said, the right formula of all these things mixed up in a pot at once. And then you had word of mouth come in because the movie didn't like blow the doors off the box office when it first opened. But what it did do is it had like hellacious word of mouth. Like guys like Culture were pushing and pushing and pushing to go see it. And guys like Culture went to see it 4 or 5 times. See, and that's the difference between Barbie and something like Top Gun is guys will go again and again and again and again. Women will go once, maybe twice with their friends, and that's about it. Right. So it has potential. I know I'm sounding all wishy-washy and all over the place because it's one of those things where it's kind of a wild card. Getting a third film out so close to the second one, I don't know. I just don't know if this is going to work out or not. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Go on then, Culture.
Culture. This was your favorite movie the year before or whatever. So
I think it's a pretty good idea. I think there is some room there, and again, and I think it's basically just the resurgence of Top Gun and the need of it because AI isn't all that, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think he'll kind of lead this class and hand it over to Miles Teller and the rest of the kids there, and you'll see them develop their skills. You'll see one of them get lost, killed, whatever. I think that'll build an emotional moment, and I think ultimately it leaves off with Tom walking away saying, or Pete walking away saying, "I've done all I can. Now it's up to you guys." And I think that's kind of the best way to do it.
I quite like the latest Top Gun. I wouldn't mind another one.
Yeah,
I think it was good fun, feel good film. Is there any?
I liked the movie, but that's just it. It's like, is it going to be too soon to try and cash in on this?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
But then is it too soon because people are sick of all the garbage that's being put out? Is this giving them an option to watch a good movie?
Well, and again, we're making an assumption. Tom pointed out they may rush a script. Something may not be right. This could definitely fall on its face because of the all the factors that Tom pointed out.
There's one other thing about this too. Oh, go ahead.
No, please finish. Go ahead.
I wonder between this, because we also got that Star Trek announcement. Not just one, but two Star Trek movies.
Star Trek 4's coming out again.
Star Trek 4 and a Star Trek prequel. Again. And I wonder if these announcements are less likely to happen and they're more so Sherry Redstone trying to bump up her stock. And it did work.
I would agree.
Because if she's trying to sell all her shares right now, this would benefit anybody who's got Paramount stock. If they sell, it would bring up the price a little bit more. Because that's why I think Sherry's not so quick to sell to Skydance, because they just don't have the cash that she's wanting right now. She's not going to settle for anything less than probably top dollar.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, I don't doubt that they've announced all these things just to bump up stock price. 100%. I doubt it'll ever
that seems more likely to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, massively. Massively.
Seneca, you're not wrong. Star Trek does not pump up any stock, not even with Viagra, but Top Gun sure does.
Yeah, because that was over $1 billion, wasn't it? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, and it wasn't a huge bump in their stock, but I think it was like $1 something after this announcement.
Well, there you go. I mean, look, Top Gun 3, meh, we'll see. It's probably never going to happen. So there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, I think Tom would be better off trying to do like Days of Thunder 2 or something like that.
True.
Another one of his franchises, kind of a revisit.
True.
And that's one that you could actually play with the age factor in.
How much do you think National Amusements is worth?
I thought that they said it was worth about $9.5 billion.
Whew.
All right.
What do you got?
No,
I'm talking about Paramount Global, not National Amusements, though. But it is.
Okay, let me look them up.
Well, anyway, let's get us some super chats real quick just before we shuffle on.